Hi everyone, welcome. This is audap, and let's continue our game of Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition on Nintendo Switch. Must have jump in there. Oh, damn it.
All right.
This thug wears a dark scowl like some grotesque mask. He is as narrow as you approach him. Greetings. Shut your pinkin' hole, you ugly bastard. No one said you could talk to me. Now sod off before I ties your face and bleed ye. Sure. I'll leave. I don't care. Got some stuff.
Done.
This looks like it was part of some more permanent structure, perhaps buried in the surrounding trash. Much on ya. God, I'm so weak. I need to go rest all the time. It's funny, 'cause this is on beginner and it's still... still difficult.
I'm gone.
Oh, I have to pause every time. Wow, who would want that? No, it doesn't happen right away. It's like I gotta run every time. And there's no place to rest. And you don't have any bandages. And the bandages heal for shit. So I end up in this loop of going back and forth, you know, beating one enemy and going back, and beating one enemy and going back. You know, on easy.
right.
Damn it.
I'm hurt.
Why can't I do it again? I just keep missing. Some shitty rolls. And while the nameless one can heal, he heals at a pathetically slow rate. So, back to rest again.
Did you see that?
Done.
As you enter the room, a large, heavy-set man gets up from his chair and approaches you. Hello there. Name's Bish. Who might you be? I have no name. What do you mean you don't have a name? You just come back from stick swimming, you clueless sod? You notice Bish slowly moving his hand towards his weapon. Or are you just not telling me? Hiding something mid-thinks? I'll say, okay, my name is Adan. Ada what? Bish stares blankly at you, then shakes his head violently. I never seen you before, and Farad don't tell me about no Adad coming around. You notice his hand moving slowly towards his weapon. You best be telling me what you're doing here, Burke. I'm looking for a man named Farad. If Farad was wanting to see you, I'd know about it. Bish suddenly draws his weapon. I'm tired of playing guessing games with you, Burke. I'll just loot your dead body for answers. I don't think so. What, you follow me all the way over here? Jesus, man.
Did you see that?
And then maybe I do some other side quests, but there's kind of no other place for me to go, so I really can't build my character any. It'd be better if I could just rest someplace in that area, but it doesn't let you rest anywhere, even after you clear out a bunch of stuff. I was like, come on, man. It's safe enough for me to frickin' explore. I cleared out all the surrounding areas, and yet it's still not safe enough. It's like, man. Just make me do this, this useless, loop over and over again. Like, I definitely didn't think very well on this first part of the game.
All right. And so far I've picked up zero armor to help me on my way. These guys aren't even wearing armor that you beat. And then everything is like some mass fight. Like a ton of enemies. While you just have one character. I mean, look at this. Everything is a big fight.
Damn it.
And your character's weak. Darks, you know. I mean, he can't beat shit.
I'm hurt.
I was like, yeah, I can see why you ended up dead. You have no business to be going around fighting anything. And it takes forever to raise a level. It's like, if you're gonna be doing this to me, at least let me raise levels, you know, fairly quickly. Nope, that's not how this game works. Not enough experience. God, I've been beating the shit out of stuff. What do you mean not enough experience? You see a tall figure of a creature standing before you. The lower portion of its body resembles that of a goat. However, just above its powerful forelegs, its shape takes on a more human appearance, with a man's torso, arms, and head, all of which are covered in polished armor. The creature's eyes are closed and appears to be sleeping. Let the creature sleep. You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with gray stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe.
He does not seem to notice you approach. Greetings. At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide, staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, 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 no! It's not you! Ooh, soon, yes, soon. Who are you talking to? The old man seems oblivious to your presence. Oh, you'll come. Yes, you'll come. And old Nestor will be waiting. Never mind, farewell. Damn Fruity Loop. I'll say this is where something like the Icewind Dale or the Baldur's Gate series they're more forgiving, you know. But this game is not about being forgiving. And since you basically have infinite lives, I guess maybe they figured it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It just kept dying over and over again. But it is a big deal because you die and you don't make any progress. So it's like, wow. You know, the opening game, you had to be like super patient before it finally gets to a point where you don't have to worry about combat anymore. You know, because combat isn't even a focus of the game, or at least not of this game. But somehow you're always in some goddamn fight that you can't win. You know. And look at this shit.
Damn. Done.
I finally beat 2 of these bastards, and yeah, I had to run the rest of the way. And I can't rest because it's too dangerous to rest here. It's not too freaking dangerous, it's totally clear, jackass. And it's too dangerous to rest here. Yeah, okay. Where there's no enemies, it's too dangerous to rest. It's like, God, you fucking game. But it's essentially the same problem that all D&D games have. You know, no matter when they're made or where, you know, who developed them. At least if you want to adhere to the rules, right? And you do if you're going to license that property. It's not free.
I'm gone.
Why does nobody have any goddamn armor? Not even a shoulder bag.
Did you see that?
Just rings. Should do me 0 good right now.
Done.
walls of these trash warrens are made of junk, crushed together by the weight of the mountains of garbage above. Well, you figure I beat everybody's ass here, I could rest? No, it's too dangerous to rest. It's like, why? How is it fucking too dangerous to rest here? I just beat everyone silly. I just want some one-on-one fights, or I want to just be able to beat these guys, resoundly. I mean, outside of that, I could try to look for more quests, but there's not much else. Yeah, I forgot that the early hours of this game, the first couple hours, are actually really shitty.
I'm hurt. I'm gone.
How many times must this fool die? Oh, finally. Now I can stop watching over you and go relieve myself.
Done. All right.
Sister memories. Ran into strange wounds left tied by the dustman mourning outside the mortuary. She was mourning the death of her 3 sisters who had been attacked by a group called Chaos Men called the Star Dogs Barking. She asked me to kill 3 of their number to avenge the death of her sisters, and I agreed. She said her sisters were attacked a few blocks directly south of the mortuary. This brazier has long since run dry of oil. Only ashes remain. You see Ingress. She is huddled inside her cloak of dirty rags, her teeth chattering. She is glancing fervently about her, as if expecting to be attacked at any moment. Greetings, Ingress. Hey, you! She squints at you. What is it you want me now? You want me to leave? Not leaving the city, so I'm not. I can't. Tried. It's not a city. It's a prison everywhere. Sorry to bother you, Ingress. Take care.
That?
Done. Done.
Starved dogs. Where the hell are they? There's a mortuary. Assuming south is somewhere over here. I know, they look like ice cream cones, don't they? All the location markers. It's like, ice cream? Really?
See that?
I mean, they just all of a sudden start fighting me. It's like, why?
You see that? See that?
Done.
This is a woman with fading bruises on her face and arms and a look of despairing longing in her sunken eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days were long ago. She turns slowly to face you. Life pours into her features, and the spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes now makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. Welcome to the smoldering corpse, scarred man. Who are you? I am Drusilla, and you must be clueless. Don't ask me how I know that. It just shines off you. Shines. Right. Answer some questions for me. Aye, traveler? What is it you seek? I'm looking for a journal. Would you have happened to seen it? A journal? Oh, sure. I kept an eye out for all stray journals, just in case some scarred man walks into my favorite bar and starts asking about it. Do you ask that of everyone you meet? What a fascinating life. Just answer my questions and let's get through this. What can you tell me about this place? Here, this is the smoldering corpse. Though the person smoldering ain't dead yet, he's just keeping himself alive till someone comes along to help him out. Sods who like to see people in pain come here. Fiends like it. Folks who don't care much for being bothered come here too. The name alone keeps out most of the Berks. Who is he anyway?
Updated my journal.
That despair you saw on her face before flits across it again, like a black-winged shadow before she masters herself. And that's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of the slummy excuse for a cesspool. They caught him, and they opened a channel to the plane of fire through him, and now he's just a doorway for it. Keep himself alive by force of will alone. If someone could douse him for a few moments, it'd give him his life back again, but they don't make enough water to do that. Someone should be able to find something. Now I'll can you some more questions. And your connection to him? Her voice practically throbs with a deep ache. I was Ignis's lover, and he my beloved. He loved the flame more than me, and now he has become the flame. And because I love him, I love the flame. And that's all done with now. Now I wait for him to douse himself. I sell what little I have just so I can be near him. Very well, answer some other questions. I'm looking for the collector by the name of Farad. Have you seen or heard of him? Farad, she snickers. The Collector King? You can probably find him and his stinking ilk in the trash warrens on the far side of the hive. Good luck in getting any answers from him. He's a sly devil, he is. Very well, answer some other questions. Is that burning in the entryway? That's too bad. Farewell. This crackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. It may have once been human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at a few remaining pockets of flesh, causing them to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeleton frame. Examine the smoldering corpse. The heat surrounding this creature is incredible. To your surprise, the iron grill the creature floats above has sagged and bent from the heat. At first you thought the heat came from the grill, but now you realize it emanates from the creature, as you watch flecks of ash drift from the writhing corpse and float slowly to the ceiling. Greetings? The thing makes no response. It writhes slowly within the flames. It lives, but it does not seem aware of anything other than the fire that surrounds it. Its skin is flame, its heart is flame, and you know, within some shattered corner of your memory, that thing is dangerous. Leave the thing alone. You see a female dustman. As you near her, she calls out to you. You over there. Approach her. Hey, Cutter. Buy the drink? Who are you? Me? I'm Mochai. I just like to drink here, and she loses her train of thought momentarily. I'm just a person, you know. I see. Answer something else from me then. Tell me about the other patrons here. Don't know. They're just people. I don't deal much with people, unless they're buying me a drink. She looks at you hopefully. I see. Give me some other answers. What is this place? Smoldering Corpse Tavern. Can't you read? You, more bubbled than I am? Forget it. Who are you? Yeah, okay. Who's the Horny Corpse? He's not a corpse. He's some crazy wizard. Ask around, they'll tell you the story. You see a soft-looking man with gentle, far-staring eyes. He dresses in supple leather clothing and carries various implements of use and destruction about his body, such as ropes, spikes, tinderboxes, and empty vials of air. He looks half gone, literally. There's an insubstantiality to his existence, as if his senses had been partially leached away. He focuses those eyes on you, and suddenly you find them gripping and determined. Greetings to you, O Seeker. Greetings. He carefully sets down the mug he's holding and gives you all his attention. I have seen the far reaches of the multiverse and returned to tell the tale. I have walked upon the bodies of dead gods and spun moonbeams in the astral ahead of 1,000 shrieking Cathanki nights. I have passed the edges of existence and watched my essence shiver away before me. What is it I can do for you? I have some questions for you. Perhaps I have some answers for you. Speak, and I shall tell you. I met a woman named Ingress with very bad teeth. She had come through a portal from some world that was opened by a tune hummed near 2 crossed trees. Can you get her home? Who are you? What are you doing? What is this place? Who are you? I am Candrithin Ilborn, traveler, dreamer, tale spinner, and so forth. You're a traveler? Tell me of the plains. I am tired, Seeker. So tired. I'm fresh back from negation. I will answer what I can for you, but I cannot promise that you will find satisfaction in the answers I give. What would you know? You would hear the outer planes, the prime material, or the inner planes? What's the difference? The difference is true essence, Seeker. The inner planes are matter, substance, and true physicality. They are the building blocks of the multiverse, for it is from them that all belief in the element springs. The inner planes filter through the ethereal plane, the plane of potential, some say, which forms the elements into the worlds of mortals. Once past the ethereal plane, one reaches the prime material, where exists all manner of mortals and monsters and myths and machines. It is there that belief is born, and there that the spirits that create the outer planes are born. When mortals die, they pass through the astral plane, and no place that is thought and mental energy itself. It is all these things and is none. It is paradox among other things, and it filters spirits into the great ring. Do you comprehend so far? Yes, go on. Now, the outer planes. Where should I start? Do you know the cardinal rules of the planes on which all others are based? Do you know about the composition of the outer planes? Do you know about the great ring and its divisions of our hearts? Do you know the individual planes? Each of these lead to the next, and so it is best to start from the beginning. Forget it. I have some other questions. I met a woman. Yeah, how about this? He pauses briefly, thinking. I know the portal of which you speak, though I have not traveled in these 30 years gone. I will take her home, Seeker. Go tell her to wait my arrival, and then meet me back here. I will tell you if I was successful or not. Thanks and farewell.
Updated my journal.
All right. Why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Planescape Torment on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.